Testing one. Wow, that was loud.
That was loud.
Testing, 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 testing.
Test, test, test,
Test, test,
test.
test.
Go ahead, Olivia.
Test, test, test. Test, test, test.
Okay.
Test, 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 testing.
All right, how am I?
You're
Good?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Now we gotta probably get a hold of Chad. Check, 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 check.
Check, check.
That's
Check,
check,
check.
check.
Check, check.
You can hear us? Okay. Everything's good.
Welcome everybody in to a Monday night edition of MVI Live. I'm Mon Valley Independent Assistant Sports Editor Jose Negron. Almost said Jeremy Salou. He is not here. I am Assistant Sports Editor Jose Negron, joined by my broadcast colleague Naz Victoria and our camera woman Olivia Greco.
Good evening.
Good evening, everybody.
Thank you guys for joining me. A big game here tonight, a Section 3 3A boys matchup between the hosts from South Allegheny versus Steel Valley. Steel Valley making their season debut here at South Allegheny, while the Gladiators do have a win under their belt already, a 46-35 victory over Wash High on Thursday. Now, as you were there,
I was here for that game.
A big victory for South Allegheny as they overcame a 5-point first quarter, tied at halftime, and they went on to outscore the Prexies 26-15 in the second half.
They started off really slow during that game, which could be expected considering that they didn't get anything in at all before 2021 came around.
Right.
So, and they were also missing two premier players in Omar Faulkner and Ethan Kirkland. They're going to be missing those two guys again tonight. They shot a lot of threes. They started playing really well after the halftime.
Right. Bryce Epps and Antonio Epps led the way. Bryce Epps with 17 points, Antonio Epps with 12, and could be a historic night for the elder Antonio Epps, a senior who is 18 points away from 1,000 in his career. Could we see it tonight here against Steel Valley, perhaps?
I think we may. I think that, well, you know, a lot of times when these kids are going for their 1,000th point, they have a little bit of jitters. But I think he could do it here tonight. Steel Valley doesn't look like they're going to be a pushover. They look like they have a little bit of size out there. I know they have Mackay Valentine from Summer League, and Mackay could do it all. He could handle the ball. He could shoot threes. He could take it to the hole and dunk on you. He really can do it all. I've never seen any of the other players on their team play, and obviously this is a new group. They seem to be pretty young. They only have 2 seniors on the entire roster.
Right.
So,
and I believe 2 of those seniors are starting
yes,
here tonight. But you did mention Mackay Valentine, obviously got to learn a little bit from Elizabeth Forward head coach Matt Loftus this past summer in the first season of the Mon Valley Independent Summer Basketball League. He is the highlight of this Steel Valley team. And we will run through the starting lineups here really quick as we have 3 minutes to go until we get the starting lineups announced by the public address announcer, and we also will take a bit of a break for the national anthem. But starting for Steel Valley starts out with number 1, Mackay Valentine, number 3, Jay Burt, number 30, Jordan Fisher, number 13, Tyler Mitchell, and number 4, Matt Marone. Starting for South Allegheny, the same starting 5 that they had against Washington on Thursday, starting out with number 3, Dylan Hines, number 4, Bryce Epps, number 5, Antonio Epps, number 11, DeGiorgio, and 30, Aiden Sloss.
Floss is a big boy. He goes about 6'5", 230. Mm-hmm. He can control it under the boards, and then the rest of those boys will be out around the three-point line. They'll be chucking it up one after another.
Yeah, it seems so that Aiden Sloss is kind of filling the void left by Omar Faulkner, and Dylan Hines is kind of leaving the void left by Ethan Kirkwood. Of course, this is a South Allegheny team that advanced to the Whippeal semifinals last year, and they didn't lose a single player from that semifinal team. So expecting to see a very, very good season here in South Allegheny, as they have a star senior and they have his younger brother, a star sophomore, in Bryce Epps. And Bryce Epps was a guy we saw all summer who was one of the premier players in the summer league.
No doubt about that. No doubt. Bryce is another kid. He could do it all. He plays point guard. He has a great three-point shot. He has deceptive speed. He can really get to the hole. He can move up and down the court. There's a couple other boys from the summer league playing on South Allegheny that are going to get a lot of playing time tonight. In Justin Beatty and Michael McCoskey. They'll be the first couple off the bench for South Allegheny.
Right, and you
two freshmen.
You actually got to see Michael McCoskey up close on your squad this summer.
Yeah, the first game he played for me, he came off the bench. I believe he had 7 points and helped us come back against Farmers Insurance, possibly. I think it was. Pulled us back close to within that game. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It seems like this South Allegheny team is getting some talented freshmen at the right time where they can kind of not rebuild whenever some of their seniors depart, but they can kind of reload and still continue the winning tradition that they started last year and that they're hoping to continue on into this year.
Yes.
We will take a little break here in the action as we end warm-ups, and we will pause for the national anthem and the starting lineups.
Good evening, and welcome to South Allegheny for tonight's matchup between the Steel Valley Ironmen and your South Allegheny Gladiators. Ladies and gentlemen, please be reminded to follow the social distancing policies and mask requirements. Thank you so much. Will everybody please stand for the playing of the national anthem. And introducing tonight's starting lineup for the Ironmen. Number 1, Mackay Valentine. At guard, number 3, Jay Burt. At center, number 30, Jordan Fisher. At forward, number 13, Tyler Mitchell. And at forward, number 4, Matt Moreau. And for your South Allegheny Gladiators, at sophomore, number 4, Bryce Epps. Junior, number 3, Dylan Hines. Senior, number 11, Wes DiGiorgio. Senior, number 30, Aiden Sloss. And senior, number 5, Antonio Epps. The Gladiators are coached by Tony DeCenzo by Lauren Jones, Corey Malha, and Nate Wojciechowski. And the Ironmen are coached by Dale Chapman, and he is assisted by Lauren Veritelli.
And there you have it, our national anthem and our starting lineups for South Allegheny Steel Valley as we are ready to go. Again, the Section 3 3A opener for both South Allegheny and Steel Valley. First game overall for the Ironmen and second game of the season for South Allegheny after getting a non-section win over another Class 3A foe in Washington.
A ranked foe.
A ranked foe. So big early test that South Allegheny has passed, and now they look to start out their section slate with a victory as South Allegheny, like you said, Naz, in our pregame, still missing two of their starters, and Ethan Kirkwood and Omar Faulkner. As the opening tip goes into the hands of Steel Valley's Tyler Mitchell, and we are underway here at South Allegheny High School. Jay Burt gets it out to Matt Marone, who gets it into the hands of Makai Valentine. Valentine back to Marone. Marone going to take a three, and he's going to hit it. 7:38, and we got our first bucket on a three-pointer by Matt Marone.
That was a nice shot.
Good ball movement there by Steel Valley as they waste little time getting their first bucket of the season. Epps gets his three-pointer blocked. Into the hands of Steel Valley, they go the other way. Expecting some jitters here now because Steel Valley so far first possession didn't look like they were starting out with any.
Not at all. Not at all.
Good ball movement still by the Ironmen as Marone gets it into the hands of his teammate Tyler Mitchell, who gets it into the corner to Jay Burt. Now a foul called here. Looks like it's going to be on Wes. It's going to be on
Dylan Hines.
Dylan Hines. It's going to send Tyler Mitchell to the free throw line.
You know, I know it's really early in this game, but I'm watching Makai Valentine, and he's just standing out deep, seeming like he wants to just keep Antonio Epps away from the game.
Yep.
I don't like that strategy, to be honest with you.
Mitchell misses both from the free throw line as it remains a three-point game, and South Allegheny goes the other way. Bryce Epps into the hands of his older brother Antonio, gets it across to Hines. Now Hines with it, back to Epps. Antonio Epps, a wide open three, and he hits it.
15 more to go.
Antonio Epps now 15 points away from 1,000 in his career.
I guess he doesn't have that jitters we were talking
Yeah,
about.
I think he might just want to get this out of the way. Expect the ball to be in his hands a lot here in this first half.
So look at this. He's all the way out by the volleyball line.
Antonio Epps a very good defender as well as there's a bucket by Jordan Fisher inside. And Steel Valley takes the lead back. Bryce Epps now into the hands of Antonio again. A three ball by Dylan Hines, and that falls.
Yes, they put up a lot of threes against Washington. I guess it's just going to continue today.
This Gladiators team, a very good three-point shooting team. As Steel Valley looks to respond now, down 6-5. Fisher looks for an open teammate, gets it in the hands of Burt, who gets it out to Valentine. He's being guarded by Bryce Epps now. Fisher tries to get inside. He's not able to corral it, and Antonio Epps tried to go for the rebound, couldn't get it, but it went off the hands of Burt and out of bounds, and it'll go back to South Allegheny. Bryce Epps brings it across midcourt. Gets it to the corner to Antonio Epps. Another three. He hits it. Nothing but net for Antonio Epps.
12.
12 points away.
What do you think, Olivia?
I think he's going to get it.
Feeling confident now.
Yeah, I'm feeling confident.
Kai Valentine's shot misses. Rebounded by Aiden Sloss. Sloss going to be counted upon for his rebounding tonight as Antonio Epps, another three. That goes off the rim and out of bounds and goes towards Steel Valley.
He had a good look at it. He just shot it quick.
It seems as if Epps might want to get
a timeout here.
A timeout by Steel Valley. Epps might want to get 18 in the first quarter. Steel Valley, a 30-second timeout with South Allegheny leading 9-5 here in the early going. What's kind of stood out to you, Naz, here in the first, 3+ minutes?
The amount of threes that they're going to put up.
Yeah, 3 3-pointers so far for South Allegheny, and Steel Valley has one of their own as well.
I'll tell you what, I like the way South Allegheny is able to do it. Aiden Sloss, he plays the role that he needs to play. He puts that big body down under the bucket, goes after the rebounds. Those guys have the freedom to put up those threes around the perimeter. And if they need somebody to get an offensive rebound, he's in there to get it.
I'll tell you what, about the South Allegheny team, they have some stars. I mean, Antonio Epps is one of the best in the WPIAL. Bryce Epps is a rising star. We saw him as our breakthrough player of the year last year as a freshman. Omar Faulkner is a star in his own right, but there isn't a selfish kid on this team.
No,
They're a full team. They always, preach that as Makai Valentine takes a three, but it's rebounded by Tyler Mitchell. The unselfishness of this team is very evident. As Epps gets the defensive rebound, gets it in the hands of his brother Bryce, and now here comes Bryce. Guarded heavily by Burt. He gets it out to Antonio, who's guarded by Makai Valentine. It seems like Valentine's going to be the guy they're going to count on to potentially slow down Antonio Epps here tonight. Hines back to Bryce Epps.
They're switching everything up top. There you go.
There's Sloss inside, unable to connect. Goes back to Steel Valley. Steel Valley, a nice steal attempt there by Bryce Epps, but unable to corral it. And now Makai Valentine will bring it across midcourt. Corner three there by Tyler Mitchell, no good as Aiden Sloss picks up the defensive board.
That was a nice box out by Aiden Sloss to get that rebound.
Antonio Epps unable to convert there, but Sloss a nice offensive rebound. Hines with a three ball. Tried to follow up his own miss, but could not. Now Steel Valley the other way. Mitchell back to Jordan Fisher. Fisher walks. That's going to be a travel and go back to the Gladiators. You got to credit Tony DiCenzo for the job that he was able to do with the South Allegheny team last year, leading them to the WPIAL semifinals, made an appearance in the state playoffs as well. As Bryce Epps takes a three.
He lost that ball on his way up on that shot.
Off the front of the rim and away. Now Makai Valentine, he takes a three of his own and he hits it with 2:33 on the clock, and it's a 1-point game.
Well, we do have 1 2-pointer in this game so far.
Jordan Fisher, a bucket inside with the lone 2-point bucket that we have seen in this one.
This game is evolving into a much more of a 3-point shooting game, not just this game tonight.
Just basketball in general.
Yeah.
There's a three by Wes DeGiorgio. All 12 of South Allegheny's points have come from beyond the arc.
So you have to be able to shoot that three. Wouldn't you say so, Olivia? You put up 1 or 2 of those, haven't you?
A couple of them, yeah. It's important, definitely.
And a travel called on Jordan Fisher.
That's his second travel.
Second traveling call on him. I believe that's the third turnover so far for the Ironmen. Now, as if you're Steel Valley, what do you try to do to keep South Allegheny from hitting these threes?
There's another one.
They're just going to keep putting them up until
they need to do a better job getting over the screens and on their dribble handoffs when they're getting wide open to shoot the three.
There's a three by Jordan Fisher. No good. Bryce Epps with the defensive rebound. He's going to take it back out. Gets it back into the hands of Dylan Hines, who gets it to DeGiorgio, back to Antonio Epps. Epps straight to the bucket, and he draws the foul. And Antonio Epps will head to the free throw line. 56.7 seconds to go here in the first quarter. South Allegheny a 12-8 lead. And Epps will look to potentially extend this one and get a couple points closer to number 1,000. Makes the first.
Michael Mikulski in the game. He grew since summertime.
And Michael Mikulski will take over for Dylan Hines, and Antonio Epps hits both from the free throw line. He's now up to 8 points, and he is 10 away from the 1,000 point mark as we are in the final minute of this first quarter, a 6-point lead for South Allegheny. Kai Valentine, he looks to take a three, and he hits it. Cuts the South Allegheny lead in half, as Valentine has now scored the last 6 points for Steel Valley. Looks like South Allegheny looking to hold the ball here maybe for the last shot. We've got 20 seconds to go.
The other night against Washington, they were able to hold it for about a minute and a half at one point.
Epps being guarded by Makai Valentine, and these two got to play against each other in the summer. As Epps gets it back to Antonio Epps. Epps for three, no good. Mikulski the putback. At the buzzer, Michael Mikulski comes off the bench and makes his presence felt immediately with the putback off the Antonio Epps miss. And it is 16-11 in favor of South Allegheny.
At least they put up 1 2-point shot.
Yeah, they put up one 2-point shot. A 16-11 lead after one quarter for Tony DiCenzo and his Gladiators. An 8-point first quarter for Antonio Epps. Antonio Epps single-handedly had more points than South Allegheny did in the first quarter against Washington.
Yes, he did. They're shooting the ball well, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Makai Valentine helped keep Steel Valley within range. Pair of three-pointers in the final 2.5 minutes for him. 3 trays for Steel Valley in that first quarter, and 4 for South Allegheny.
Makai Valentine went 1 pick before mine in the summer league, and I was very, very high on drafting him. I mean, he's an amazing athlete. He could stand underneath and vertical and dunk that ball.
We saw him dunk a couple times during the summer months. Like we said, he's very familiar with some of these South Allegheny boys as he was able to play against Bryce Epps and Omar Faulkner, Michael Mikulski during the summer.
I'll tell you what, though, for South Allegheny, they play very well with this lineup right here. And then they're going to get Omar Faulkner, who I think is a Division I potential.
Absolutely.
6'6".
His size alone, you can't teach size.
And his length, his ability. I mean, Ethan Kirkwood's a good player, too.
Absolutely.
Those two starters, and Dylan Hines and West of Georgia, they're no joke.
No.
I mean,
South Allegheny has a lot of everything, and they have players who are capable of giving them depth in so many different ways. As Bryce Epps takes a three here to open up the second quarter.
See, if you're Steel Valley there, you need to get over that and guard the three because they made so many in the first quarter. Like, they can't keep leaving that open.
So that ball goes out of bounds. And
Bryce Epps.
they have to, that's something that they definitely have to pay attention to. I mean, South Allegheny obviously knew that they would get enough space to shoot those three-pointers there in that first quarter, and they probably hit on less than 50% of them, but they hit on enough to be able to grow this lead by 5 after one quarter.
I'll tell you what, Olivia, I think instead of getting over, I would just switch everything
Yeah,
out with
that's
the
what I was
three-point
thinking.
line.
And Jay Burt gonna convert there.
They definitely cannot let that 3 go.
I mean, they're pretty evenly sized.
Yeah.
Burt's first bucket of the night. Now South Allegheny, some nice ball movement. DeGiorgio wide, goes
Nice.
pretty much undefended there.
That's what that 3 does. You fake, just give them a little head and shoulder fake. They go, they think you're going to shoot the 3. You got a wide open lane to the hoop.
DeGiorgio now 5 points here in the early going. 3 ball by Matt Marone, no good. And South Allegheny now with it. And looks like there's a Steel Valley player down. Slow to get up. That is Jordan Fisher. Looks like a Kel Carrington for South Allegheny looking to check into the game as a floater there by Matt Marone is good.
That was a nice shot.
3-point game, 18-15 with just under 6 minutes to go. Antonio Epps now back to Mikulski. 3-pointer no good. And now Steel Valley the other way. They can't convert. Aiden Sloss with a defensive board. Gets it into the hands of Bryce Epps, and now a 3-on-2 developing.
Nice pass.
Nice pass by Epps
Nice.
to Mikulski. Mikulski back to
that was
Aiden
awesome.
Sloss.
That was nice.
Great pass by Michael Mikulski to Aiden Sloss, and Sloss is on the board with his first bucket of the night. Great ball movement by South Allegheny. Again, goes back to the selflessness of this team. They don't care who's putting it in the basket. Corner 3 by Burt. Doesn't fall, goes out of bounds. It goes off a South Allegheny player. And checking in now for Steel Valley is Tyler Mitchell back in. Kel Carrington now in for West DeGiorgio on the South Allegheny side.
If I'm Steel Valley's coach, I lean a lot more on Makai Valentine than what they're doing right now.
And that's exactly what they do is they get into Valentine's hands. He takes a 3, no good. Bryce Epps with a defensive board. Now the Gladiators going the other way. Bryce Epps a jumper. That doesn't fall. Bryce Epps still looking for his first bucket of the contest. And Makai Valentine for 3. That doesn't fall. And again into the hands of South Allegheny. Antonio Epps takes it down court, and good ball handling there by BSA senior. Goes out of bounds and off Steel Valley. South Allegheny ball still. Jordan Fisher returns, and now Dylan Hines and West DeGiorgio will come in for Carrington and Mikulski. So SA has their starting 5 back out on the court. So does Steel Valley. Bryce Epps looks inside, gets it to Sloss. Sloss thought he
there was a foul there.
thought he drew the foul, but nothing called. As a big man, that has to be frustrating. You're trying to go to the hoop and make something happen, maybe get to the free throw line. And as Makai Valentine gets called for the charge, as he was able to convert on the bucket, and
He looked shocked.
he is very much so. His jaw dropped on that one, as South Allegheny will regain possession. Little trouble there on the scoreboard as they were trying to fix that, as Antonio Epps takes a 3, no good, into the hands of Jordan Fisher, and now Steel Valley will go the other way. At one point do you kind of say, all right, Steel Valley takes a timeout here. At what point do you say, all right, we've taken enough 3-pointers, let's try to get something going inside?
I don't think they're going to say that. I think that judging from the last time I watched them, they're going to continue. Epps hit his first 2. He's missed his last 2 or 3.
You think the strategy is a little different with Omar Faulkner out of the lineup?
No.
No, you think
don't.
that?
I think that they'll run more when Faulkner's back in the lineup. I think they're a faster team because he could get up and down the floor a little bit better than
Most
Aiden
big
Sloss.
guys. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think they'll change their strategy a whole lot. I think that they'll get the ball in there when they can and then fire up the 3.
That does make South Allegheny a tougher team to defend. The fact that they have a guy like Omar Faulkner to be this tall presence inside, and if you don't, if you emphasize a little more on Bryce and Antonio Epps, not just on the inside game, but also from beyond the arc, there's Omar Faulkner who can make it happen.
I think the changes are going to be on the defensive end for them. They're going to be able to gamble a lot more with Faulkner because he is a rim protector.
Absolutely. I believe last year averaged maybe 4 blocks or per game.
Yes.
He was a double-double machine, and it was hard to be able to penetrate inside with him just being that presence.
I think I saw a game maybe against Sarah Catholic with him. He almost had a triple-double with blocks as his third category.
He might have had more blocks than points. It's possible. Steel Valley looks to trim into this 5-point lead as they're unable to convert again on the offensive end. And Aiden Sloss has been great on the defensive boards for South Allegheny. And now here's Antonio Epps. He draws a foul.
That's number 2 on Makai Valentine.
When he goes downhill like that, he's unstoppable. He's just so much stronger.
That's why he's a big-time football recruit.
Yeah.
Of course,
he committed to Duquesne, correct?
Antonio Epps, a Duquesne football recruit. Yes, indeed.
They're Division I AA?
I believe so, yep. Epps sinks the first. Again, Epps closing in on 1,000. He entered the game 18 away from hitting the mark, and he's now 2 points closer as he goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line. He has 10 points on the game, and he is 8 points away from 1,000. 3 ball there. And only 2 for Matt Marone.
They only gave him a 2 on
Only
that?
gave him a 2. So it's 22-17 now. A deep jumper by Marone gives him 7 points here tonight.
Nice pass.
Sloss. Nice patience there by Sloss, and he's able to get his second bucket of the game, second bucket of this quarter.
That 3-point shooting is opening it up underneath.
There goes Marone, a 3-ball, no good. SA goes the other way. We'll say Aiden Sloss he gets down the court pretty quick for a big guy as well. So SA have to be happy to have 2 big guys that you can rely on, even if you're counting on Aiden Sloss to come off the bench. Epps defended heavily by Valentine. Inside to Sloss. Sloss kicks it out to Hines, who gets it to West DeGiorgio, and DeGiorgio will get it out to Bryce Epps. A travel called on Bryce Epps will go back into the hands of Steel Valley. 24-17, Gladiators lead with 1:47 to go here in the second quarter. Again, I'm Mon Valley Independent Assistant Sports Editor Jose Negron, joined by Naz Victoria and Olivia Greco on the call. Marone back to Jay Burt. Now Burt, nice defense by Bryce Epps. He kicks it back to Jordan Fisher. Fisher going to take a 3, and he hits it.
Big man puts up a 3.
The big man, Jordan Fisher, cuts the SA lead to 4. Now 5 points for Fisher on the night. And there's a South Allegheny turnover, and now Steel Valley a chance to cut into this one more time. So we near the 1-minute mark here in the second quarter. Marone hit off the ball a little bit by Bryce Epps, gets it into the hands of Tyler Mitchell. Mitchell looking to get to Makai Valentine. Mitchell goes to the hoop, but he's denied by Aiden Sloss. Now the other way, Bryce Epps Gets in the hands of DeGiorgio. DeGiorgio for three. An air ball goes out of bounds. Goes back to Steel Valley with 41.5 seconds to go. SA a 24-20 lead.
DeGiorgio, he got inside the three-point line and then decided, oh, I got to step back.
It's like, well,
Let's see if the big man shoots again. No.
I'll tell you what, I'm impressed with Aiden Sloss's game so far.
He has been very, very crucial to South Allegheny's success here as Marone takes a three to Giorgio with the defensive board.
Okay, I'd say they're going to run it down.
Yeah, here at the 10-second mark, Bryce Epps with the ball in his hands. We'll see what South Allegheny decides to do here. He gets it into Antonio. Antonio Epps try to get it back to Dylan Hines, but it goes out of bounds, and Steel Valley now has 1.5 seconds to potentially get, I guess, a half quarter.
That was a quick first half.
It was a quick first half. Into the hands of Valentine. Valentine from more than half court and is shy on that one. And South Allegheny takes a 24-20 lead into the half. A somewhat low-scoring first half, as I only needed one page in my notebook to fill out the play-by-play.
I have to say, I like the way the officiating went. There was 4 total fouls in the first half.
They're letting them play. They're letting them play, and nothing, there haven't been anything questionable, I don't think.
No.
So kudos to
both teams are putting up a
the
lot
guys
of
in the
threes,
strikes.
too.
Absolutely. So a lot of defensive boards that we have seen. Aiden Sloss has to be close to 10 rebounds, if not over, at this point. But a 24-20 lead for South Allegheny at halftime as the cheerleaders are now on the court entertaining the limited fans here in the South Allegheny Gymnasium. I want to give a quick shout out to our photographer, Mike Darnay, doing his thing.
Well, I'll tell you what, I stopped by a coffee shop this afternoon.
I stopped by a coffee shop this morning, and do you think it was the same one, Naz?
I don't know. My coffee shop was Camel Coffee Company. It was up on 201 in Washington Township.
Camel Coffee Company?
Yeah.
Really?
Is that where you went?
That is exactly where I went.
Oh, my.
Now, here's my question. Are you looking for a solid start to your daily routine?
Yeah.
Look no further than the newly opened Camel Coffee Company in Washington Township, Bell Vernon. Camel Coffee Company is open daily from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m., featuring Intelligentsia coffee and other custom-made and community-brewed coffee. You can also add a pastry and sandwiches to your daily routine as well. Camel Coffee Company offers free Wi-Fi and is locally owned and operated, so go check them out along Route 201, directly across from the Washington Township Fire Department.
Yeah, they're brand new. I think they just opened up on Saturday.
They did. Me and Bree went this morning. She enjoyed it. We enjoyed the atmosphere. The staff was very friendly. So I definitely recommend.
I had a delicious cup of coffee.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great spot, and thank you to them for being a sponsor here on our MVI Live broadcasts. Another one of our sponsors is Elite Physical Therapy. Don't get sidelined by a sports injury. Go see Valley native Dr. Emilio Gallis and his staff for all of your physical therapy and sports injury treatment needs. Although insurance does not always cover wellness and preventative care, Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness offers very affordable wellness programs and packages to improve your body's overall wellness and performance. Our programs are top-notch in improving overall health and wellness and athletic performance for all ages. Visit them on the web at www.eliteptw.com or arrange a consultation at 638 Rostraver Road in Bell Vernon.
I go to Dr. Gallus.
Yeah, it seems like he's been able to help a lot of our MVI crew, including you and Jeremy.
After sitting in these bleachers, I might have to go see him again.
I'm starting to get towards the age of having back pain. I got out of bed this morning and felt a little bit.
I'll tell you.
And by a little bit, I mean a lot.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's probably because we have to sit in bleachers for all these games.
That's true. But you know why we sit in the bleachers?
Why?
For the Mon Valley Independent.
Yes.
Are you looking for the best local news and sports coverage? Look no further than the Mon Valley Independent. The newspaper is currently offering a great deal of 60 days free for our electronic edition, which easily gets you through the winter sports seasons. Visit monvalleyindependent.com today or call 724-314-0030 to register for your free e-edition and follow your favorite local sports teams and get the best local news and sports coverage.
So what do you say we take a little break here and stretch our backs out?
Yeah, but first, got to tell you about the Valley Sports Guys podcast.
Oh, we had one of those yesterday.
Yes.
That was
Not
excellent.
only does Team MVI bring you the absolute best sports coverage each day, but now we've gone down the rabbit hole of podcasting. Join sports editor Jeremy Salou, myself, and our usual cast of characters as we discuss the week's sports news, sometimes with a special guest. Join the crew this Sunday as we return to record the podcast at Perked Up Cafe in Charleroi just in time for our release to the masses at 1 p.m. Always a good time at the podcast.
That's so much fun.
We recorded
It really is.
recorded episode number 15 yesterday, so if you haven't listened in, we're available on Spotify, on Apple Music, so give us a subscribe. Hit that subscribe button.
Yesterday was pretty good. It was the first time I picked the football game right.
That is true. Yeah. I predicted the Browns score right. That was about it. 17 points. Hit the hammer on the nail, whatever the
something
saying
like
is.
that.
I don't even know.
No.
Whatever.
Head on the nail.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But, always fun to talk sports with you guys, and we enjoy doing that every Sunday morning. So if you're free Sunday morning, 10:30, come join us at Perked Up Cafe, support a small business, and listen to us talk sports.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I mean, we get a crowd in there. It gets to be a little bit loud. It gets to be a little bit fun. I'd love to see more people come down.
Absolutely, and I'm sure we'll have some special guests lined up. Special thank you to Dr. Emilio Gallus from Elite Physical Therapy, who joined us on this week's episode, talked a little bit about what he's been able to do at Elite Physical Therapy and kind of what his specialties are, and also talked about Jeremy's middle school coaching days where they went 17-0 in 2003. I was 10 years old in 2003, by the way. Oh, were you even born?
I was 2. I was born in 2001.
But very, very thankful that we were able to get Dr. Gallus to the show this week. We had Timmy Tyree last week, Caitlin Slagus the week before.
We're going to try to bring Bill Greco this week. He plays against Monessen on Saturday. We're going to try to get him in there to talk about it on
Olivia
Sunday.
knows him.
I know him. I know him pretty well. Yeah.
Olivia, what can you tell us about Mr. Greco?
I can tell you a lot.
What's your connection?
Keep
with
it to
him?
basketball.
That's my dad.
Legendary Billy Greco. I heard that Billy Greco could beat Naz in one-on-one.
That's what I heard as well.
I've heard it multiple times.
He has.
My source is Billy Greco.
He has. He dominated there for a while we were in high school.
I don't know if
sure.
Billy's listening right now.
I'll ask him.
But if he is, I'm giving him.
I'm telling you, I'm sitting
props
right
here.
here. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I mean, Billy was a great basketball player. He could still shoot the ball.
I beat him in a shooting competition not that long ago. So.
Well, Olivia, in your own right, you were a pretty good basketball player as well.
Thank you.
An all-star in the Greb League.
Yep.
And also a standout at Beth Center.
Go Bulldogs.
2020 grad.
Yep. It's me.
Hey, so we're doing this game here tonight. We have a full slate of games this week. We're doing games almost every night.
Yeah. Naz, why don't you highlight where we're going to be at this week so the listeners can know when to tune in.
Tomorrow we'll be at Monessen at 7 p.m. tip-off for Fraser at Monessen. That'll be a battle for first place.
Should be one of the
That'll
games
be a
of the
really
week.
good game. Yeah.
Potential section champions might come out of that matchup.
I think it's going to be between Fraser, Monessen, and California if they ever start playing.
You did mention that the Trojans should be pretty talented this year as well.
And
Shout out to Aaron Bala.
And then on Wednesday, we're going to get to see Laurel Highlands and Belle Vernon, which will be quite the matchup. We get to see the first time Gallagher and Whitlock go face-to-face this year.
Yep. Devin Whitlock and Ronnie Gallagher, two standout young players. Whitlock, a junior at Belle Vernon, and Gallagher, the star sophomore at LH.
That game tips off at 6:30. Is there a second game after that?
I don't believe so. A lot of Belle Vernon's home games, I believe, have been starting at 6:30 because they actually have a big game tomorrow against Elizabeth Ford, big section matchup early on.
You doing that one?
I will be there at Belle Vernon covering, so hit me up with a follow, jnegron_13. I'll have your updates tomorrow as I cover that one from the Belle Vernon Gymnasium.
We have Thursday off. I guess there's going to be a Mixler audio broadcast by Dean Delamalva.
Dean will have that one.
Girls game, West Green at Monessen. That's tipping off at 6 p.m. So if you want to listen to it, you could get that Mixler on. I'm sorry?
Number one's name is Mahowski.
Mahowski. All right. We got Michael Mahowski is how you spell or pronounce.
He never told me that in the summertime.
You were his coach. You were his coach, and you never asked what his last name, how to pronounce his last name.
No.
Mahowski.
Mike. Friday, we're going to do Gateway at McKeesport at 7 p.m. and on the audio broadcast at South Fayette at Ringgold at 6 p.m. And then Saturday, we are doing that Bill Greco returns to his hometown to face the Monessen Greyhounds at 1:30 p.m.
The return of
Get
Bill
your
Greco.
popcorn. Get your popcorn ready.
Everybody from Monessen will come out to see Bill Greco on his homecoming return.
He will have
3 fans.
He will.
Fans, and I'm one of them.
And we'll be doing the broadcast.
Yeah.
It's okay, Billy.
He's my favorite coach in the WPIL, so.
Is he?
Yeah.
That's a little biased.
When he's not coaching me, that's
Yeah, you didn't like that very much, did you?
Man, those are my favorite parts of the summer league, was seeing Olivia and Billy just yell at each other while he was coaching her and she was playing.
And then when we got home, it was fine.
As we prepare to start the second half here at South Allegheny High School. Again, I'm Assistant Sports Editor Jose Negron. Thank you, Naz Victoria and Olivia Greco, for being here with me, having some fun here. Covering a good basketball game, 24-20 South Allegheny at the half. Steel Valley will open up with the ball as we are underway. Final 16 minutes of play.
My dad said, "You guys are killing me."
3 ball there by Jordan Fisher, no good. Aiden Sloss, another defensive rebound.
We don't have a count on that, huh?
We don't have a count on his rebound total as of right now, but I can assure you he's close to double figures. Antonio Epps trying to get it inside to Sloss again. A steal by Hurt and a big block by Bryce Epps. Now Epps all the way. He can't convert, and Bryce Epps was held scoreless in that first half.
That's what I was talking about that deceptive speed. You see how he just glided up the court there? That was a huge block, too.
Huge block by Bryce Epps. You wouldn't think, not the biggest kid, but enough hops to get up there and
We have another
make something
chat.
happen.
Another chat from Bill Greco. We will all talk, all 3 of us. So, I think we're going to get a talking to from my dad.
Oh, Billy. Anyways. Steel Valley now with the ball again. Makai Valentine guarded by Antonio Epps. Gets into the hands of Tyler Mitchell. Gets it back to Matt Marone. Nice defense there by Dylan Hines. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell for 3. No good. Bryce Epps the defensive board, and now South Allegheny goes the other way.
So I hope Bill does realize that there's only one person here that he could possibly punish.
It's me.
It's definitely not me or Naz.
He loves it. He loves it.
Oh, I know.
Now Epps gets some separation there by Burt, but he's going to pass it over to Antonio Epps. Gets to the corner to Hines. Hines, nice pump fake, gets it back into the hands of Antonio Epps. Hines for 3. Couple bounces, does not fall, and defensive board there by Jay Burt. Now Steel Valley goes the other way. Scoreless first 2 minutes here in the third quarter, and that's going to be a backcourt violation as Burt got it back to Makai Valentine, but Valentine was not yet across midcourt. Costly mistake there, but right now it's been an offensive struggle for both teams.
I think technically he was across, but he just didn't land yet.
Yeah, I think he was still in the air. He kind of jumped for a while. He was in the air for quite some time. It's pretty impressive, actually. A foul called on Makai Valentine.
That's his 3rd.
It's actually, looks like it's his second, according to the scoreboard here at South Allegheny. Antonio Epps now drives in, can't convert. Aiden Sloss gets it out to Bryce Epps. Epps to the corner to Antonio. Antonio a deep three wide open, can't make that one fall, and now Steel Valley goes the other way. Kai Valentine, corner to Burt. Burt now back to Fisher. Fisher for three, and that's an air ball. That's going to go out of bounds and go into the hands of South Allegheny. A lot of shots, no makes so far here in the second half.
This is not starting out well for either team.
That's, I guess, the good news for both teams is that neither team has been able to get on the board here in the second half as we near the 3 minutes in mark. Epps to the corner. Aiden Sloss, a corner three. That's going to go off the backboard, but Antonio Epps with the rebound. The jumper's no good.
There's a lid on the rims.
South Allegheny got off to a really nice start in this one and overcame their first quarter struggles in the Washington game, but now here in the third quarter, they've gone cold. So have the Ironmen. They get it inside there to a bucket there for Steel Valley. First bucket of the half.
It's a 2-point game, folks.
That was a bucket by Greg
Nice
Smith,
pass.
and Aiden Sloss is going to respond with a bucket of his own. Sloss now with 6 points here tonight as he pushes South Allegheny's lead back to 4. 26-22 SA with 4:06 to go here in the third quarter. Already almost midway through this quarter has been a fast game. Smith inside, and a travel called on Greg Smith.
So would you ever expect South Allegheny to be winning and Bryce Epps being held scoreless?
I didn't expect that to happen. Did not see that coming. Antonio Epps, of course, a big first half, 10 points. He was actually only limited to 2 in that second quarter. He had 8 in the first, and he's unable to convert there. But Aiden Sloss again, a nice play to Giorgio, no good. Antonio Epps tries to get it inside, and you can see the frustration now starting to take over as Steel Valley takes a timeout with 3:36 to go here in the second quarter. Each team with just 2 points apiece here in the quarter as we are more than halfway through. South Allegheny, a 26-22 lead.
So I'm pretty sure that Makai Valentine has 3 fouls.
You are keeping the book, so I trust you.
Right. They had 4 team fouls in the first half. 2 of them belonged to Valentine.
They also have a foul up there attributed to Jay Burt as well.
I have one for him.
Each team with a foul here in the second half. Steel Valley gonna come out of the timeout with possession as the ball's in the hands of Makai Valentine. He gets it over to Jordan Fisher. Fisher looking for an open teammate. Nice pressure there by DeGiorgio and gets into the hands of Bird. He gets it back to Fisher, back to Matt Marone. Now Marone heavily guarded by Antonio Epps.
Another good thing for Steel Valley, my book's not official.
There you go. 3 ball by Marone is good.
He could shoot.
Just over 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter, and it's a 1-point game. South Allegheny leads 26-25 as Matt Marone hits a 3, his second from beyond the arc of the game. And Marone's now up to 10 points for the Ironmen. And there's a 3 by Bryce Epps.
Is that the one that's going to get him going?
Perhaps. He's a streaky shooter. We've seen it time and time again. And that's a thing with Bryce Epps, even when he's struggling a little bit. I think Tony DiCenzo wants him to keep shooting. I mean, he's a shooter. That's what he does. As Burt tries to get it inside, and he's unable to connect. Antonio Epps a defensive rebound. Epps now takes it down court himself, gets it into the hands of Sloss. Sloss out to DeGiorgio. Wide open three is good. South Allegheny starting to heat up again. 32-25 lead for South Allegheny. And there's a turnover into the hands of Antonio Epps. Epps is going to lay it in himself.
6 away.
He is now 6 away from 1,000 with that layup. 12 points on the night.
8-0 run.
An 8-0 run now for South Allegheny. 34-25 with a minute and a half to go here in the third quarter. And Burt's going to draw a foul here.
That's his first. It's on Antonio Epps. Burt going to the line, shooting 2. I'll tell you what, Aiden Sloss has been impressive so far.
He has played a very good game on the boards and has contributed with 6 points.
He knocked the first one down, Jose.
Now an 8-point game.
I like the way that when he catches it inside and he has nothing to do with it, he gets it out quickly to a 3-point shooter. And they've been knocking him down for him. Mahalski back in the game.
Kowski.
No, they said Mahalski.
No, they said Makowski.
Tell that kid to come back over.
I apologize.
Where's he at?
We will attempt to get his name right as Antonio Epps goes to the hoop again and can't convert. And now, nice opportunity for Steel Valley, but they turn the ball over. Bryce Epps now with it. He gets it up to Aiden Sloss. Aiden Sloss is able to convert.
Wow.
Costly turnover by Steel Valley turns into a bucket for Aiden Sloss. And now South Allegheny goes the other way once again. Epps, Bryce Epps with a wide open jump shot.
11-point lead.
5 points now for Epps. All in this quarter, 38-27 South Allegheny. Now SA trying to extend its lead again. Bryce Epps again and unable to convert, and now into the hands of Steel Valley once again. 38-27, 11-point lead for South Allegheny, and it looks like Steel Valley is going to hold on to the ball potentially for the final shot of this quarter. Jordan Fisher looked like he was going for a 3.
Travel.
And they call a travel on Makai Valentine.
That's a good call. He definitely traveled. He definitely traveled.
Nice.
After the hard bump.
He got a bump from Dylan Hines. He did get a bump. I will agree with that. SA might have dodged a bit of a bullet there. Bryce Epps now with it. He gets it out to Makowski for 3 at the buzzer, no good. And at the end of the third quarter, South Allegheny grows its lead to 38-27 behind a 12-2 run in the final 2 minutes and 39 seconds.
They doubled them up there, 14-7 in the third quarter.
And a big run there by SA to be able to end a half that started out very, very slow for both teams. First 5 minutes of that half, or of that quarter, the teams combined for 7 points. But a 12-2 run for the Gladiators in the final 2.5 minutes, and they are up by double digits.
Well, the beginning of this fourth quarter is going to be big for Steel Valley. If they could pull it a little bit closer, then it could be a game. If South Allegheny makes those first couple buckets, I think they get the ball here right now. They do. They get the ball to start the fourth quarter.
They get the ball to start the fourth quarter, and another big storyline. I mean, aside from that run, I feel like that's been the biggest story of the game now, that South Allegheny was able to overcome that rough start to the quarter and now get that separation they weren't able to get in the first half. But a big story here in this fourth quarter is, can Antonio Epps get 6 points and get to 1,000 in his career?
He had it. He had 3 layups, I think, he missed in that quarter.
He did have some struggles there. He had 2 points there in the third. Combined 4 points in the last 2 quarters, after starting out with 8 in the first. As Bryce inbounds it to Antonio, and we are ready for the fourth quarter of play. South Allegheny with possession, up by 11 at 38-27. Antonio back to Bryce. Bryce for 3 off the front of the rim and away, and Steel Valley almost turned the ball over again. And now here's Matt Marone, brings it down court, and he throws it into the hands of Bryce Epps, and now here's Antonio Epps, wide open, and he misses the layup.
Do you think it's the jitters coming near the 1,000?
It could be, as Jordan Fisher on the other end.
Another 3 for the big boy.
Hits another.
Is that a
looks like they credited him with 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
But a big shot by Fisher on the other end after what seemed like a gimme jumper. And a 40-29 lead now for SA, and SA calls a timeout with 7:09 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Bryce Epps. He has 7 second half points now. His brother missed a couple layups. He'd be at that 1,000-point mark right now if he knocked those few down.
And the key miss there by Antonio Epps. You don't really see that from him, where he's all alone and he misses a wide open
You think it's
layup
jitters?
and close.
He knows he's closing in on it.
He has to know he's closing in on it, but I think it's just one of those things where it's not going your way. You know, good basketball players have those moments where things just aren't falling, and kind of everything in a game's kind of going against you. And after a really good first quarter, it seems like Antonio Epps has struggled a bit these last 2 quarters, but
his team hasn't. They're up 10.
They're up 10, and also, I mean, this is they did give Fisher a 3 for that, by the way. I suppose.
They did? Yes, they must have.
So now 8 points for Jordan Fisher, the big man, with a pair of 3-pointers here in this one. So 40-30 with over 7 minutes to go. Steel Valley now looking to cut into this deficit, and we'll see if that timeout by Tony DiCenzo ends up benefiting the Gladiators. Fisher, a nice corner jumper to cut the lead to 8 with under 7 to go.
Who hit that?
Jordan Fisher.
A 2?
Yep.
A 2 from the corner. Now 10 points for Fisher. Bryce Epps inside the sloss. He gets it out to Dylan Hines. Hines for 3, no good. And it seems like this isn't the time for SA to kind of be forcing those shots. It did seem like Hines did have an open look there, but now Valentine guarded by Epps. He goes up for 1. A nice rebound there by Fisher, and he draws the foul.
Fisher is turning up.
He is indeed, and I quote, turning up, as the kids would say. Is that right, Olivia?
I honestly don't know why I said that.
This second one's lost. I don't think the three of us can do these things together anymore. Fisher misses the free throw and the chance to make it a three-point play. Fisher now up to 12 points. He has 7 of those points here, and Bryce Epps continues his stellar second half as he's now up to 10 points on that three. It is 43-34. Corner three there by Tyler Mitchell is good. And it is a 6-point game. Foul on South Allegheny. Now Bryce Epps will inbound, looking for an open teammate. He got it into the hands of Antonio Epps, but it went off his hand and into the hands of Steel Valley, and Aiden Sloss with a steal of his own. Now Antonio Epps to the hoop, and he gets it.
Man.
Antonio Epps 4 points away. 14 on the night. Has struggled a bit in this second half, but this is the time where good players like Antonio Epps step up. Jordan Fisher pickpocketed, gets into the hands of Hines. Hines up to Bryce Epps, and Epps able to finish off the fast break. 12 points for Bryce Epps now. It is a 10-point lead once again for SA. Shot misses now. Steel Valley still with possession. Makai Valentine guarded by Bryce Epps. Valentine able to get past the younger Epps to the hoop. A loose ball corralled by Antonio Epps. Now Antonio Epps the other way. He's going to go to the basket. He's going to get denied, and they're going to call a foul on Matt Marone, and it looks like Antonio Epps is going to get to go to the free throw line with 4:19 to go. And Epps will get to inch closer once again. He hits the first. Makes it an 11-point lead for the Gladiators. An opportunity to make it a 12-point advantage here. And he does. 16 points for Antonio Epps. Another bucket. And he will have 1,000 in his high school career at South Allegheny. Burt inside. He's going to get the bucket and the foul. I believe Sloss is going to get credited with this one. And Burt cuts it to a 10-point deficit for Steel Valley and a chance to trim it into single digits. He does not make it, so it is still a 49-39. He did make it, I guess.
No, he didn't.
Oh, he did not make it. So it's 49-39. It does say 49-40 on the scoreboard. Miss there. Now back into the hands of Steel Valley. It is 49-39, right? Am I crazy?
I believe so. That's what I have.
Travel there on Steel Valley, another costly turnover, and
what score did you have at the end of three?
End of three, I had it 38-27. Antonio Epps now feeds it inside to Aiden Sloss. Sloss can't convert, and it's going to go the other way as they say it went off of Sloss when it went out of bounds. Now Steel Valley looking to trim into this deficit. Into the corner to Marone. Marone inside to Fisher. Fisher's been red hot in this second half. He goes inside and he draws a foul.
Lucky call there. It could have been Sloss's fourth. Although, I don't know. The scoreboard doesn't say that.
Fisher makes the first. Misses the second. Now 13 points for Jordan Fisher. Appears to be 49-40. After Burt made a layup and then missed the free throw. Antonio Epps for 3, no good. DeGiorgio with the rebound. Now back to Bryce Epps.
I really want him to get this. I really want him to get his 1,000.
Now Dylan Hines knocked off the ball. He gets it back to Antonio Epps. Epps with the ball. Looks inside. Antonio Epps with the bucket. And point number 1,000 for South Allegheny's Antonio Epps.
That's awesome.
And with that basket, Antonio Epps scored his 1,000th career point. Congratulations, Antonio.
Antonio Epps with congratulations from his teammates.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to Antonio Epps as he is able to get point number 1,000 with that bucket. Now 18 points in this one. South Allegheny a timeout with 2:20 to go. An 11-point lead. Naz went down to, I don't know what he was doing. Took a break or
Me, I
something.
went down to check the scoreboard.
He's
The
back.
official scorekeeper has 40 points.
He is 40. Okay, well, then it's 51 to.
Yeah, we got that. Yeah, he missed that free throw on that and one. He missed the free throw. Yeah, and he only got up to 40 points.
As
The official scorebook over there only has 40 also.
as Naz is doing his best to figure out the score situation.
Yeah, I mean,
140, 2:20 to go, and Steel Valley looking to cut into this one. Mackay Valentine a miss. He follows it up with a bucket. And there's a 9-point game as Valentine is able to convert, and timeout by Steel Valley. First bucket for Valentine in quite some time since the first quarter.
yeah.
He had 6 points in that first quarter, now 8 in the game after that bucket. And after the pomp and circumstance surrounding Antonio Epps' 1,000th career point, congratulations to the South Allegheny senior.
That's fantastic.
He becomes the latest member of the 1,000-point club here at South Allegheny. You mentioned how great of an athlete he is, a Duquesne football recruit, and happy to see him bounce back. I know it was kind of an up and down second half for him here, but he's been really crucial for South Allegheny in this fourth quarter in particular. He and Bryce Epps, his younger brother, have combined for all of South Allegheny's points. Epps with 6 points here in this quarter. Bryce Epps with 7. As SA leads 51-42 with 2:05 to go here in this one. Antonio Epps inbounds, gets it to DeGiorgio. DeGiorgio back to Epps. Epps was able to go right through a double team. Back to West DeGiorgio. DeGiorgio back to Antonio Epps. Epps, a nice pass inside to Aiden Sloss, and they're not looking for another bucket. They're just looking to continue to milk this clock.
Yeah, Aiden Sloss should have put that up.
I believe a nice effort there by Steel Valley, and that's
Oh, no.
Mackay Valentine. He is down on the other side of the court. I think he might have.
He slid right into the bleachers.
Yeah, I think he might have hit the bleachers.
no.
So a scary moment here as
That's a shame.
Valentine goes down.
I was going to make the comment, too, that I thought that Valentine needed to be a lot more aggressive on offense for Steel Valley to have a chance. He's hustling, though.
He just made a great hustle play there to try and get that loose ball, and the trainer's looking at him now. I knew Valentine's a key part of this Steel Valley team. Valentine helped to his feet, and he will walk off the court under his own power. Happy to see Mackay walk off under his own power. You never like to see someone get hurt.
Yeah, he's fine.
South Allegheny takes over now as we near a minute and a half left here in the fourth quarter. Bryce Epps now drives inside, gets it out to Antonio Epps. He gets it back to Dylan Hines. Back to Bryce Epps, and South Allegheny trying to just milk as much time off the clock so they can seal their first section win of the season. And a foul here by Matt Marone, and Steel Valley still has a few fouls to give. That's why we can't have nice things. Bryce Epps now with it again. Nearing the 1 minute mark. Bryce Epps scoreless in the first half, but 12 points here in this second half as he has been crucial in helping the South Allegheny team get back on track. As we are now under a minute remaining here in the fourth quarter.
They need to foul him.
Epps to the corner to Sloss, now back into the hands of Antonio Epps, and Steel Valley just defending. They're not even trying to foul in a situation where they desperately need to stop the clock and get points.
Some things just blow my
Yeah,
mind.
I don't know. It's like a little too late now.
Jay Hurt now with
23
foul on Bryce
seconds
Epps.
left.
23.7 seconds to
And they
go.
have fouls to give. That makes no sense.
And SA did hold the ball for almost 2 minutes, I believe, right there. We'll take this break in the action and remind you to subscribe to our MVI Live YouTube channel. We thank the viewers that are watching.
114.
114 of you
That's awesome.
tuning in. Thank you for joining us for this one as we
I guess they've
get
given
down to the
up.
final seconds. South Allegheny, their first section win of the season as they come away with a 51-42 triumph over Steel Valley.
How beautiful is it that Antonio Epps got exactly 18
Antonio
points?
Epps finished, he needed 18 and he finishes with 18 to get 1,000 in his career. Congratulations to Antonio on the achievement. And the South Allegheny Gladiators are out to a 2-0 start overall, a 1-0 start here in section play. A great night of basketball, a great night overall. But Naz, aside from the Antonio Epps getting his 1,000th point, a big third quarter for South Allegheny after starting out slow, a 12-2 run in the final 2 minutes and 39 seconds, and really that made the difference. I mean, Steel Valley was able to trim it down to about 6 points, I think, at the least in that second half, but that 12-2 run really made the big difference in this one.
Well, Antonio Epps, he had a nice game. He could have even had a bigger game. He knocked down a couple more layups. Bryce Epps, 12 points in the second half. And Aiden Sloss, he had 8 points, but he dominated on the boards, made a lot of nice passes, played very well.
Absolutely. Steel Valley led by Jordan Fisher, 12 points for him. He had 7, actually 8 of his 13 points in that second half. And a big victory for South Allegheny here on their home court. And we will wrap this one up. Again, your final 51-42 in favor of South Allegheny. Thank you all for tuning in to this one. We will be back on MVI Live tomorrow. Monessen hosting Fraser in a key section showdown. Be sure to tune in here to MVI Live. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And enjoy the rest of your night, everyone. For Olivia Greco, Naz Victoria, I'm Assistant Sports Editor Jose Negron. Thanks for listening.